At this stage in our Sunday gatherings, we often like to hear from a member of our church family, sometimes about the work God has previously done in their lives or is currently doing in their lives. This morning, Joe has kindly agreed to be interviewed. Thanks, Joe. Let's just start off. For those who don't know you already, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. So my name's Joe. I actually grew up in Salisbury. 2015, moved to Southampton for university, and then a couple of years ago moved back when Trinity started up with my wife Sophia, who's out with the kids, I think, at the moment. Got family in the area, which is a real joy, being close to them. Yeah.
Great, thank you. So we thought it would be helpful to find out a little bit about what it means for you to be a Christian at work and in normal life. So can you tell us about what a normal week for you looks like, particularly your working life?
Yeah, I work a very conventional 9 to 5, so Monday to Friday, normal hours. My week generally looks like working from home most days of the week. I'll probably go into London a couple of times a month, up into Port and down once or twice a month. Lots of meetings, lots of Teams calls. Lots of typing on the computer. It's very much a desk-based job. So I work in public health, which I'll say a bit more about in a moment.
Yeah, great. So maybe you could share with us some of the joys, some of the challenges of work, particularly related to being a Christian at work.
Yeah, I think one of the great joys I've had over the last couple of years has, in a previous job, was being able to read the Bible with colleagues. So we had a day each week where we would grab a meeting room and go through Mark's Gospel together. And that was such a joy because been heavily involved with Christian Union activities throughout university, but actually hadn't had a chance to read the Bible with people who don't know Jesus. So having the chance to do that with colleagues at work was really great. There's a lady in my team at the moment who is a Catholic and talks about church quite a lot, so it's quite easy to just drop into conversation things about church because she's already kind of trod that path a little bit, and it's normal to talk about that in our team. I think some of the challenges probably are similar for many people in terms of the culture at work, the things that people are sort of being encouraged to promote and sign up to are contradictory with, I think, a lot of the things that we would believe as Christians and come into conflict with biblical values. So knowing how to either keep your head down at the right times or speak out at the right times is always a challenge, knowing how to best respond in those situations. I think one of the areas that I found difficult over the last couple of years is I feel very distant from my colleagues. I think remote working, you know people much more transactionally and not so much in an intimate way. So some of the people who I'm closest to from work are from a previous job who I was in the office with, who I'm still in touch with, rather than people who I've known from being a face on the internet that I deal with. So having opportunities to hold up the gospel to people who you don't really know or know in a more shallow way is difficult. Yeah.
Thanks for that. So how then can we best be praying for you, Joe?
I'm actually in between jobs, so tomorrow morning I'll be handing in my notice and going back to Ordnance Survey, and I don't enjoy handing in notice because it's scary. So if you could pray for me for tomorrow. I also have a 15-minute window to do it because I have to catch a train. So if you could pray that my line manager would pick up the phone in the right 15 minutes tomorrow, that would be appreciated. But beyond that, when I start my new job, I'm hoping it will be much more in person. So if you could pray that I would rekindle old relationships with colleagues who I knew from before, and also get to know new ones. I'd love to be able to read the Bible again with colleagues at work and engage with them in that sort of way. But I think also for me, I enjoy being with people. So if you could pray that, I'd be able to develop meaningful relationships with people at work. To be able to speak into their lives and engage with them at a deeper level, that would be great.
Great. Okay. Thanks.